With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on second down, Murray. Now he's flushed out left, and that's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They got 29 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, no chance.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, Drummond, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. He's got the tight end, Sternberger.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Check 53, Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Check it backer.
From just shy of midfield, Rosen. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's checking.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jared Davis charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the curl.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Complete to Hilton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, Warren.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Amari Cooper, 77 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Number 53, Mike 53. I got you. I got you.
And now it's Rosen looking. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man in It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Miles Boykin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Jets 17. Ravens 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away.
And take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So that throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The run for Pollard. And some room to run now. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run on first down. Sampson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Alpha. 53. Mike 53. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. Mike 53. 53. Mike.
Now it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Pollard. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Rosen off the play action, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Middle, middle, middle.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now here's Pollard. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal?
No. Name on that.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Yeah, not a wolf. 58 for Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hustle. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Now on second and 16, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Cooper was the target there. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Here's Murray from midfield. This one caught by Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Murray now making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
53, Mike.
Murray now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. 2-6. Now let's get there.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 52 to Mike.
Here's Rosen to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he works free. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, Foxtrot. Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught at the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 52.
To throw is Rosen. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Ravens take over
Let's go.
first and
Let's
10
go. Let's go.
at their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch. Hey, alert, alert.
Pollard going to try the right side. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Jets first down.
It's our time. It's our time. Check 9, check 9. Check.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Quarter. Move. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
53, Mike. Ain't no such thing.
First down, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Rosen going to keep it himself. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rosen now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside.
And he loses the football a second time. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Quit talking about it.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get... The football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Rosen. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From midfield now, here's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's been a long day for you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Topper! Topper!
Our time. It's our time. Watch the safety grip.
They'll try the left side. Sampson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard, 72 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and they take... Possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2000s...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got wide. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Escapes the defender. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Sampson. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Here we go. 60 out low. Choose the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Let it go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.